In today's video, we're going to see a high-powered Dodge Charger take police on over a 100-mile-per-hour chase. Okay, we're going to jump into this 100-mile-an-hour plus Dodge Charger chase right now. This gets crazy and ends insane.
Coming toward an end on Monroe Road there in Winkler Drive. We have Tammy Rose above it in Sky Eye. It looks like they're in some kind of shopping center there, Tammy.
Yeah, we actually picked up the chase near the Gulf Freeway in Monroe, and they actually got off the...
Now, this is from Houston, Texas. Excuse me, I didn't say that. And I'm going to fast forward a little bit to cut the length of the video for the sake of time.
Freeway, we've got our exclusive sky map at the top of your screen. The suspect not stopping, and it looks like going at a pretty high rate of speed on these surface streets. So again, if you were headed out the door, our exclusive sky map pinpointing exactly where this driver is. Gina?
Obviously, I erroneously thought it was coming to an end because I saw them slowing down, Eric, as they went through that strip center. But no, these vehicles are still in pursuit. Of course, there's a new policy in the city of Houston, at least, when it comes to police pursuits. They're trying not to be as aggressive as they used to, depending on what it is the person they're pursuing is accused of doing.
Yeah, right now they're not letting up on this one, though. And I know details are just coming in as we continue to watch this chase as they come up to a light right here that's going to be pretty congested. So let's hope this chase suspect doesn't hit anybody.
Yeah, so a lot of cities implementing that rule that if the person being chased hasn't done anything crazy before the chase, that they're not going to go very aggressively on them and just let them go and catch up to them later.
Made it through that light right there, but here's more traffic. Now, Tammy, as we kind of watch this unfold here and watch this driver get onto the wrong side of the road here, do we know anything about how long this has been going on or even why they were initially stopping this driver?
Yeah, we picked it up about 5 minutes. Sky I-13 first on scene following this chase, and we actually heard it from the police helicopter telling us that they were on the Gulf Freeway inbound right around Monroe, chasing through stop signs.
He's hitting 100 plus right there,
so
easily, when he came through that straightaway.
At the top of your screen, avoid the area if you can.
Yeah, we hate to. It's very dark at this hour. It used to not be so dark at this hour. And what is going on there? It looks as though there might be problems with a wheel, which often happens in these pursuits. A lot of dust seems to be kicking up. I don't know, perhaps it's just the road that they're traveling. But
yeah, we've seen this driver, though, in Houston, so we all know what that is like. Officer, definitely smoke coming from one of those tire wells right there.
Yeah, and it looks too like the fleeing suspect is kicking up their speed compared to when we first started watching this pursuit / chase. We have to be cautious about using that word chase. I know police don't like that word used in some instances, but it looks as though it's reaching that kind of category because of the speed they're using.
Why are they worried about whether we call it a pursuit or a chase? It's both. Shut up. Move on. Such soft people.
Again, new policy in Houston is to back off if the person they're pursuing is not accused of a serious
They're not backing off.
crime. Again, we have no information about what it is this person is considered to have done. This now at South Ritchie and Laurel Street, we're doing a good job there with our instructions at the top of your screen there telling you where they're going. But yeah, we're also not seeing, Eric, the traffic getting much lighter. It seems as though this chase or pursuit is continuing to be around a lot of other vehicles, putting a lot of our community members at risk.
Yeah, it's surprising they haven't hit more traffic in what we usually see here in the Houston area. But yeah, again, South Ritchie here.
It's a little bit of traffic. They're in pretty solid traffic right now.
This is some of the new GPS technology that our Sky I-13 was dangerous. It starts running through red lights. Luckily, nobody, but starting to hit more and more traffic here. And it looks like he could be pinned in right here, but it looks like they're not going to take that move that they had, appearing that they had right there.
You know, we could see in that turn, though, we could see how many other police vehicles, because we've been pretty tight on the suspect vehicle and that one officer car.
You can
But
see
when we did the turnaround,
how
you can see
fast he
many
just
other
accelerated.
It almost feels like he's going in circles. He's done it.
He just accelerated away from them at like 90 miles an hour, and you saw how much distance he put quickly. Now they've caught back up, but just keep that in mind.
At least 2 to 3 U-turns in the 5 minutes we've been following here.
And he could not shake them.
Yeah, and there was really nowhere to go, apparently, for all these U-turns that he's taking right now. But he's continued to having to lock up the brake lights right here because he or she, right. They are continuing to lock up the brake lights here. And they're going to go on a side street here. We've already seen them go through at a high speed through one of the strip malls there, but they're going to what appears to be a residential area right now. Not as many lights. picking up
warehouses,
speed as
it looks
well.
like in that area, I see what appear to be warehouse.
These are always really dangerous. You never know if somebody's going to be popping out after work or pulling out of their warehouse or their side of their backyard and just plow right into them.
We're certainly glad that this area is not, as you mentioned earlier, more
Like
populated,
that car right
or
there.
that it's not the time of day when school buses are trying to get
He's hauling
children home. But we still,
70,
nevertheless,
80
are
mile an
hoping
hour.
that officers are able to bring this to a peace, a non-violent or not dangerous.
This is where my
ending.
stomach gets tight, though. He's just speeding through all these side roads. You don't know when anybody's going to pull out on one of the side roads, not suspecting that a car is going to be coming at anywhere from 60 to 80 miles an hour.
Can you tell for us, Tammy, how fast the vehicle is traveling? I know sometimes we're able to assess that with the technology there.
He's doing 80 to 100 right here. He's flying.
Actually, I do have a speedometer.
There you go. 78, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, he's getting it.
Because we do have another police helicopter up here. So he's got to talk
well
to
over
air
90.
traffic control. And obviously, I am doing the camera as well as the Churchill. So again, the top of your screen. It's always
110,
usually
120.
pretty accurate, but sometimes the way I'm maneuvering the camera on it might be just a little bit under. But you can see now it looks like he is losing control of the vehicle. Obviously, like you mentioned, this is a Charger, so a very fast car, and perhaps the driver just thinks, that this car can do it.
Yeah, he barely held on to that fishtail right there.
Sets his speeds that they'll be able to get away from the police.
Moreno, they're going to.
It's coming to an end. He picks up speed.
About 6:26. This suspect or whoever's leading the police on this pursuit have any interest in stopping.
Yeah, and then honestly, when we see incidents like this, they rarely ever do stop. It's really hard to tell who is behind the wheel because the tint in this vehicle is completely dark. But again,
he's definitely put some distance between him and the officers with that long shot that he just took, just doing 120.
we have had pursuits that involve women. So again, we don't know who is behind the wheel of this hopes of stopping this person. But again, that unfortunately turned.
Speed is increasing and accelerating to very, very fast levels as we see the vehicle going up this left shoulder right now.
Yes, and this should be the southeast side of town as it is going down 45 near Park Place and Broadway. Tammy, any other details or anything you have been able to gather since you first started following this pursuit?
90 plus.
Yeah, actually, police lost them near the Gulf Freeway, and as you saw, that Dodge Charger was maneuvering around an industrial area. But you know what? The police helicopter and Sky I-13 had their eyes right here on this driver, making all these erratic turns and blowing through stop signs. And there we go, our first crash with smoke and fire. Again, I'll zoom out. This is what we hate to see, but it looks like he crashed into another vehicle.
We can go back and look.
Actually, police lost
right here. He's going to hit the truck.
Saw that Dodge Charger was maneuvering around an industrial
Going to hit him.
area.
He gets squeezed into the side right here coming up.
Sky I-13 had their eyes right
This
here on
white
this
pickup
driver,
truck,
making
I
all
think.
these erratic turns and blowing through stop
Right there.
signs. And there we go.
And he hits that truck
with smoke
and then that car.
Again, I'll zoom out. This is what we hate to see. But it looks like he crashed into another vehicle, police right behind him. Again, a Dodge Charger stopping here on the Gulf Freeway inbound near Park Place.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to maneuver toward, and he's
now
out. This person's out of the vehicle.
It looks like
and
there's a dog as well.
Yeah, this person is trying to flee.
Situation here on the feeder road of the Gulf Freeway. Again, a foot pursuit. Police not that far behind him, along with a dog that is following him.
And we see the dog catching up there pretty quickly, and you feel like the dog will ultimately win that race.
They're acting like this is a police dog. They just watched it get out of the car.
I know that we have to have some discretion in terms of how close we can get, and it looks like the dog is extremely close, and maybe this suspect chase is behind the vehicles at this point. Myra, it looks like they're in water now at this point.
We did see some rain, obviously, yesterday, so I'm sure this area that he is trying to maneuver through, there's several puddles there, and it looks like he's trying to hide.
He's trying to hide behind some parked cars. Looks like some kind of parking lot area or tow yard or something. And there's his poor dog. Jeez, man.
Behind these vehicles. Hopefully this person does not have some sort of weapon. Again, that is something that police have to take into account because safety is first.
The vehicle to where he went in.
Say that one more time, Tammy.
And now police are approaching with their guns. Yeah, so the police know what vehicle that this person went into because we do have the police helicopter up here with us giving ground patrol what is happening here. Again, in that vehicle in the center of our screen, we'll keep it kind of at a medium shot. Police have their guns drawn, and again, a dog as well as a suspect in the middle of our shot. The suspect inside the vehicle. Now it looks like he's actually given up. This is good. Backing up. This is what we like to see for an ending.
This is good. Yeah, look like that suspect is backing up. They're currently placing handcuffs on him. And
I hope the dog's okay. I hope somebody wrangles the dog there and he gets a better home than this idiot.
Just a crazy situation. I have never seen a pursuit where there is a dog involved following the suspect trying to get away from a scene.
And that's what we believe, again, that it is actually the suspect's dog that had gotten out of the car with them and then followed. And all of this coming to an end right now. Timmy, where are you exactly off of the Gulf Freeway?
In this
first
and all kinds of maneuvers from the suspect.
So he ended up ultimately hitting 3 cars there on the highway. He bailed. His dog came out with him and thankfully wasn't hit by anything on the way over.
And the scene that you're looking at right now, Mara, we saw the suspect increase to extreme rates of speed, and then really it looked like crashed into the shoulder on the Gulf Freeway, and we saw sparks flying in every direction.
And you can see, as Tammy is showing us the situation here, the aftermath of this, how this pursuit ended. It looks like that is one of the vehicles that the suspect hit. Hopefully everybody that was involved is okay with everything else that happened. But again,
see how quick they have 3 tow trucks on the scene. Insane.
Now we're going to have some this vehicle and took off.
And law enforcement went about this pursuit.
Bystander, again, you're looking at the aftermath of that truck, a lot of damage. Only hoping and praying that nobody was hurt in this chase. Again, the suspect got out of his vehicle along with the dog, headed east of the Gulf Freeway, tried to hide.
There's always a
ambulance. So much traffic going inbound just south of downtown, so you're not expecting anybody to come up behind you at a high rate.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up there, and that is crazy that that dog bailed with him and that this is how the wreck ended. We appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel for future videos. We're going to have videos out every day. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And this is another case closed from Houston, Texas, the 100-mile-an-hour Dodge Charger crash. That's how it comes to the end. And the only thing I care about, was the dog okay? Maybe you can leave in the comment section. Hopefully the dog got a new home with a better owner. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next time.